Alright everybody, welcome back. This is day 2 of the climb to 600. Last time I lost both my games. Just to give a quick update, after I lost those 2 games, which I believe were these games, right here, I believe so. Played some war offline, got 4 wins in a row. 4 wins in a row. After dropping down to 471, I made the climb back to 500. So pretty much back where I was when I was at the start of my games yesterday. So heading into it today, hopefully playing white. Let's see, we get Book Geek Delight. We are playing the black pieces. He starts with C3. Interesting move. We will just play E5. I've never seen the Saragossa opening. I've never seen this opening. So, we're just gonna follow basic principles here. Just put 2 pawns in the center. You know, nothing unexpected. He plays check with the queen. Could block with bishop. Block with bishop or block with pawn. I'm thinking block with pawn, although then we're going to have to develop this knight over here. Decisions. Block with bishop. Although that does leave this pawn undefended as of right now. And of course he targets this pawn. We could... I think taking knight with bishop might not even be a bad idea, really. Not gonna go for it yet. I'm just gonna move bishop right here. Just defend the pawn. And he can take this pawn, but not too not too worried for the meantime. Maybe I should have I don't know. Could have played that a little differently. Running a little bit low on time here. We just got to make some moves. We're pretty much forced to move this knight as of right now. So we're going to move this knight up here. And I hang the knight. That's not what you like to see. Losing castling. And I hang a pawn and a knight. This is not the start I want. And it's kind of these situations I have to get used to. I have to realize that, you know, not every opening is going to go exactly how you want it, and you kind of have to learn to adapt to awkward situations like this. I'm thinking here, could target the queen with the bishop. That is an option, although that would hang this pawn, so I don't really want to do that. I think, move the knight out. Just gonna move the knight out. I'm just gonna let this queen sit here for right now. Just gonna let the queen sit. He is aiming to go after this pawn. So could rook c8 possibility, and then hangs this pawn. Could go. Thinking about this. Could just bring the knight back. As much as I don't want to do that, I might have to. Yeah, just gonna move the knight back. Because here, this could be a pretty dangerous check here. Which is a pawn. Okay. Would like to get this bishop seeing some action. I would also like to possibly threaten. Over here. I am not in a position to knight trade. Could just fianchetto. I also go something like... I really don't know what to do in this situation. We're just gonna fianchetto. Plays check. Bishop. Could move the king. Then that would force a bishop trade. Can I block? I can only block with queen. I could block with knight, but then he just wins this pawn. And if I block with queen, that's definitely not a good idea. So we're just gonna move the king. And if he wants to trade knights, then he can. But this is not the start we want. Gonna have to do some heavy post-game analysis after this one. He trades off bishops, which makes sense. Okay, so he wants to take this pawn. What do I do here? I could advance this. Just go for the advance. Just to open up a little bit. What do I take? I'd like to keep this pawn moving. Don't really think this matters much. He's offering this pawn. Let's see here. He takes. I take back. Let's say he takes with knight. Yeah, I think it's. I could take here. I think I should take. And then. So this bishop is pinned right now. Would like to get this queen out of here. I have very limited... I need to move my king to safety. I think that should be a priority. I'm not sure what his next move is going to be. But I'm going to move my king to safety. Because... Did he have a check there? I mean, he could have gone queen up there. I don't know if that helps him, but he could have done it. At the very least, I have this open file. For the most part, and any hanging pieces? This pawn was hanging. He challenges the pawn. Take. Could also defend. See, if I push, he's just going to push there, and that's going to get ugly, so I'm just going to take. I could go queen here and then possibly win his queen. I mean, it is a super obvious looking plan, but, I mean, also have check here. But I don't know if this really helps me. We're just gonna go there with the queen. I think the obvious move for him is just move his queen. Wait a minute. Is this good? Did I just win his queen? I think I can. He can block with bishop. He can move the king. He can't block with queen because I just win the queen. Yeah, I straight up just win his queen. And just like that, the tides have turned. Okay. Threatens the knight. We do have this on for free, threatening both his knight and his... Fork the knight and the rook. Guessing he moves a rook here. Take knight. Yeah, this has panned out very nicely for me. Okay, he moves that. I don't want to get too crazy here. Could move it up here, which would also attack this knight. I would like to keep his bishop pinned. I think we'll go right there. think it's nice lining up my bishop and my queen like that. Works out well. I am low on time. I think in all of these games I've been on low on time. I tend to have this habit of just, I know what I want to do, but I have to keep repeating it to myself over and over again just to, I guess, verify my thoughts. Already moves his rooks out to these open files. I think at this point I should connect my rooks, so we'll go knight here, get our knight seeing some action. And then I'm thinking attempt to challenge his rook, attempt to, actually can't go there because of this knight. I have pretty good center control, though, with this queen. Still have his bishop pins, and his king. If we go here with the knight... Okay, he wants to win this bishop. Few options here could... If we go rook here, and he takes, we take there. Moves his king there, I win a rook. I'm gonna go for this. I doubt he's gonna take here. I think his best move here... Okay, that works. Yeah, it's a fine move. I think I just move... Oh. This is a bit of a tough position for me. I think I move this rook out. See, if he takes... I think this works out. If he takes bishop, we take knight. And he takes back. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Alright, so at this point, I was interrupted, but I'm just going to keep commentating over this game. So at this point, let's see, I'm looking at his knight, he's looking at my bishop. And, of course, being very low on time here, I was definitely had to act fast. He moves his rook to d3, which I believe I respond by playing h1 queen check. Which forces his king to the d file. And then I do find a nice check here with the knight. I believe it's knight e4 check, which I think this does win me a piece here. He moves his king there, which allows me to win a rook through a discovered check, which I think he made the wrong call. I think he should have moved his king to c2 or c1, I believe, because this does allow the discovered check to happen, and I do win his rook. And at this point, I pretty much am just checkmate is coming, but I still am under pressure, only a minute and a half. I don't have a ton of room to decide what to do. I do find that this pawn is hanging. Additionally, it's check. So I do capture. It is check. And he blocks with bishop, which does pin his bishop as well, so that bishop is free for the taking. It kind of took me a second to realize that it was free for the taking. Oh, I played that? Oh wait, sorry, was it? It wasn't because of the knight. I forgot about the knight. But I do threaten to take this bishop, and he can't really do anything about it. I have 3 attackers on this space. Still a minute left. At this point, I'm just trying. I'm desperately looking for some sort of checkmate. Realizing I only have a minute left, I take the knight for free. We trade out rooks here, and then eventually I am going to take his bishop with queen. At this point, I'm just trying to repeatedly check him. So I'm just finding whatever I can really to just trap his king, you know, in this sort of at this side of the board. You know, I give up a pawn here, which dumb move probably, but you know, I have 45 seconds. He doesn't take the pawn actually. Oh, sorry, the pawn wasn't free. I'm sorry. The pawn was not free, but here comes checkmate, obviously. I have control over this diagonal, and you can see me counting the squares that the king can't go. And deliver checkmate with queen c7. A win, a comeback win after that awful start, but yeah, really a great game. So getting into the post-game analysis here. I also hate when you go to game review, it opens in a new tab. I just wish it would open in the same tab. Anyways, played with 75% accuracy, pretty good. Pretty much where I want to be. I did have one blunder and one miss. That was, and I'm guessing they were both near the start. That's what my guess is. So, you know, he plays this weird opening that I didn't really know how to address. But putting two pawns in the center, you can't really go wrong with that. He plays check. I do block with bishop, and apparently I should have blocked with knight. Which, I get why you should block with knight. It does defend this pawn. So I guess that makes sense. He moves the queen back, targets this pawn. Moved knight there. Wait, I should have moved it. He wanted me to play knight, but he takes the pawn anyways if I do that. I don't know why it says defends the attacked pawn. I mean, I'm losing this pawn anyways. I guess there was no real way to actually save that pawn. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I gotta save the rook. So I move my knight out. And I immediately realized mistake that I just gave up a free knight. And I should have moved it here. Of course, he takes it, he notices it. And I actually could have blocked with bishop. But I think the logic with this was I don't want to give up this pawn if I move my bishop here, so I'm just going to move my king. But I did give up castling, which did kind of suck for me. At this point, I'm just trying to make the most of a bad situation. Yeah, moving my knight back was definitely not a great idea to defend this. Definitely should have moved to rook. Okay, that's... I can see why that's not a great move. And we trade off bishops. You know, obviously he's up material here. He's just trying to trade off whatever he can. Really, I should have not took. Well, this whole pawn situation works out for me because this eventually allows me to, with the discover check with my queen, take his queen. Taking this pawn's an inaccuracy, huh? I should have taken knight? Really? I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't because this bishop won me. Look at this queen. See, he blunders here. And I just go in, win the queen. I think I played this whole endgame pretty well. Yeah, these are fairly good moves. I should have taken knight. Take knight. Take. Really? How does taking knight here help me? Exactly. Because he takes. Oh, but then if I take, he takes. I take bishop. And then I think that would win me this rook. No, if I take with rook, he takes. And I play this. I'm not winning anything. I'm not winning this rook. Wait, is that check? It's not checkmate, is it? No, it wasn't. It was not checkmate. I win this rook. This. Honestly, just trying to get him down pieces. It's working out. And should have played that. Yeah, there was a quicker checkmate, but in the end, I found checkmate, and it worked out. So, just get into another one. This will be the second game, probably the only other game I'll play. We play against Kotensi from India. 528 rating, one of the highest rated players I've been matched with. And yeah, at this point, I've probably only beaten maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 people in the above 500 ELO range. Alright, so he plays knights. And we just continue on with our London. Let's see here. Thinking... could do that. Could also move bishop out next. Or even knight out next. A little afraid of knight to e4, which is why I want to play bishop d3 first. But ultimately, I don't think it matters too much. Gotta remember a4. If he plays b5, we play a4. Okay. Immediately attacking the queen. How do we handle this? We could either go knight over here, knight here. I don't want to go knight there. Or we just move the pawn up. Could also just move the pawn up, which would force this knight to go, I guess, around this way. Let's move the pawn up. Thought about moving knight here. Don't think... I'm unsure. I haven't really had this happen where they immediately target my queen. Haven't had this happen too much. He just brings it right back, okay. At this point... we could just move this pawn up. Could just push the pawn. And then we go knight here. I don't know if I want to push the pawn up yet. I don't want to get... I'd like to prepare him a little bit more. I don't want to get too frisky off the bat. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go in and have the whole situation blow up in my face. So, you know, I'm going to try to take this a little meticulously. Is that a word? Meticulous? That is a word, right? Alright, plays pawn. Now, thinking knight here. And I kind of see why this pawn push might not have been a great idea, because, you know, it's fine to castle over here, but... Okay, targeting my bishop. Could just push the bishop back. Could push the bishop back. This is usually the play. Okay. That's okay, that's okay. I mean, pushing the bishop back here, that's the play when he goes bishop d6. Offers a trade here. And, he might be going after this bishop next with his knight if I take. Could also choose to not take. We're gonna take. We're gonna take. At this point, there's a good chance he's gonna go after... I'm trying to think here. A really crazy move would be rook h5. That would be a move, but I don't think that'd be a very smart move. Yeah. Honestly, we're just gonna see what the knight does. If he wants to take, we'll take with queen. Doesn't take. Okay. This is an interesting situation I've gotten myself into. I think I should try and castle. We gotta castle long now. We just gotta. I don't like this pawn being here because it is limiting this knight's movement. Okay, takes. And we just offered him a queen trade inadvertently. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, he plays bishop there. I honestly think he should have gone for that queen trade. Like, I straight up could have lost my castling rights there, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm definitely glad I didn't, but... Okay. Going after this knight. Could move the knight, could just move it up. Completely abandoning my king, but we were gonna attempt to castle that side. If I go for this. Yeah, let's just go for it. He can't do anything. About that move. And we're creating a danger attack here on this c6 square. Which is looking pretty nice for me right now, honestly. I think we can just go in. Go in with this knight. He takes. We take with bishop. Take rook. Okay. He saw... This should still work, right? Take with knight, take. Take with bishop. Right? Win a pawn, at least. Yeah. Should be good here. Okay, we take with bishop. Sadly not winning this rook. How do we take here? I'm thinking we move the knight out next. We could move knight. Do we go here and then here? Or we go here, here? I'm thinking... I would like center control with knight. So... No, we'll go here, because if I castle, I can pin this bishop. Castling comes next. This is a very weird situation I'm in right now. Don't know how I feel about it. I think this is generally good for me. I wouldn't be surprised if we just straight out bishops here. I would not be surprised. So if we end up castling, then I guess the plan is to just take the bishop. Wait, I could have taken the bishop anyways, right? Oh, I should have just taken... Why did I not take? Oh, dude, was that... No, I take... Ah, I should have taken, dude. I should have taken instead of moving my knight. That's kind of a miss on my part. That actually loses me a bishop I could have been up, I think. Because it was a different story with the king here, but now that the king's gone... Because if I take here, he takes with queen, I take, and we just trade off. But now that the king's gone, I could have just taken. No consequence free. Oh, man. I'm upset that I missed that. Still winning position for me. And he's taking a long time with this move, which is good. Allows me to catch up on some time. Hopefully he sees this. With how long he's taken this turn, he should see the problem with this. He might also... I don't know what he can do to really save this for himself. Doesn't have a lot of options here, really. His pieces are severely closed off for him. Literally. Got a row right here, pretty much. Closing off his queen and rook and rook. I think his best move is just to take here. I mean, he could just move the bishop somewhere else, too. He's taking a lot of time, man. We might just win on by abandonment here. At this point, I'd be surprised if he even made a move. Because it has been, I believe it's been 3 minutes since his last move. Sad game to end on. Sad game to end on if we just win on abandonment here. I'd be happy about 2 wins, but, you know, kind of make up for yesterday with the 2 losses, but, you know, I would have liked to see this game through. I think this could have been a fun, kind of a fun end game for me, but not going to see that, I don't think. I don't exactly know how the rules on chess.com work. I don't know if you automatically win after a certain amount of time, or if it literally has to just run the timer down. I'm not sure about that. Regardless, safe to say this is a win. Yeah. What was the beginning of this game like? I can hardly remember the beginning. Yeah, the beginning of this game, I actually was a little concerned. He actually had some control here, and then kind of started just retreating. Retreated with the knight, and then retreated with the bishop. And the timer's still running down. Man, I've never waited this long for a move in any of my games, I don't think. I believe this is the highest ELO random that I've defeated. 528? I don't think I've defeated anyone higher than 528. Yeah. Another thing I gotta work on is just making quicker moves. You know, of course it's always good to think over your moves, but when you're thinking over a move, and you know it's a good move, and you still spend an additional 20 to 30 seconds thinking about it, that will, you know, I mean, you do that, you spend an extra 20 seconds on 3 moves, you've lost a minute, you know, so you gotta be, I don't know, yeah, even in Rapid, I mean, you feel like you have a lot of time, you have 10 minutes, but it goes by so quick. He finally makes a move. He finally made a move after 6 minutes. Wow, okay, I did not expect this game to just continue on like this. Okay, well, let's just keep it moving. Oh, I can't even. I went all this time without. I didn't even realize I couldn't castle. Okay, we got to do something here. Okay, let's see here. We'll move the knight up. Oh, jeez, I gotta get back into the mindset of actually having to play this game right now. Okay, we play. This wins as a pawn, right? This should win as a pawn? Yeah. I doubt he won't take. Okay. A logical move. We could just trade out queen. Okay, we'll go here. Gotta keep an eye on this knight. I probably should just castle over here. I mean, he has a minute. I doubt he'll... Oh, the hidden check. I actually did not see the hidden check. I did not. Okay, he's going to win that knight, which is okay. We just move there with the king. He takes the knight. And then we play... And I gotta get my queen to a safe spot. Could just keep the queen there, honestly. I think I'm gonna move my... Can't move it there. We'll move the queen here. And then we play rook here. I will be devastated if this ends in a loss. He plays check. Once again. We move the king. I don't want to block off this rook. I really don't. Okay, we move the king here. No hanging pieces. He plays check again. He's playing for a stalemate. We can't draw by repetition. We can't. He gives us a pawn. For unknown reasons. Wait. I can't fall in the checkmate here. I'm gonna move down here. I would like to be safe about this. We still can play one of our rooks here. I'm thinking play this rook here. He does not have check. Does he have check? Wait, we gotta be careful of checkmate here. No, I think I'm fine. I should be fine here. No! No! What? He had checkmate, and I lose. That's a devastating loss. That is an absolutely devastating loss. He went rook h6, checkmate. Wow. I mean, I gotta give him props. That was a pretty legendary win for him, considering the fact that he took 4 minutes. Was it 4 minutes? How long was it? No, it was almost 6 minutes on a move and still wins. So I gotta give him credit. Yeah, this space is taken by the pawn, and this whole column he took with rook. Yeah, wow. I would have been better off taking. I should have taken. I think if I took there, I would have been fine. Although if I take there, we gotta look at this analysis. Because I think I played with better accuracy than he did. Pretty sure. No, I did. 54. Ooh. That's pretty rough. Alright. Well, let's take a look here. So I played the London. And, you know, I should have blocked with knight. Knight e2. Makes sense, yeah. Oops, let's go back a little bit. Knight e2 instead of pawn. It makes sense because this kind of just limits my queen's movement. And I don't know. I'm not, at this point, I'm not really worried. You know, this is still middle games kind of stuff. We fall back, he takes, we take. Taking here is the wrong play. In the knight. I thought about pinning the knight, too. In this situation. Anyways, we take, he takes with knight. I should have played that? Really? Traded pawns. Take with bishop. Wait. Or I would take with... I would have to take with pawn, otherwise he just takes queen and I lose castling rights. Yeah, I was expecting him to queen trade here. At this point. I get why this is a bad move, because this results in loss of castling rights, but regardless, you know. So I pin the knight with my queen. Could have also moved the knight in front of the queen. That's what it wanted me to do. And, I mean, I'm playing good moves here. This is... Yeah, and I just missed the free bishop here. I completely missed the free bishop. Now, from this point forward, is utter collapse. Utter collapse is the only thing I can call what happens from this point forward. He plays rook there. And at this point, I'm caught off guard, because I was expecting this just... Oh, free win. He hasn't played a move in 6 minutes. Free win. So I have to start thinking again. I play knight here, which loses a queen. He plays check. Wait. Oh, he has the discovered check with the rook, which I missed. So he plays bishop here, discovered check. I move the king. Then what? Wait, I'm trying to see this tactic here. I take rook? Why do I have to take the rook there? I don't have to take the rook, right? I'm confused why this loses a queen. Anyways. I played this, which I thought was a smart move, until I realized that... Wait, what? If he takes, I just take. Huh? If he takes, and I take back, why would I lose my queen? Oh, the discovered check attack. Oh, man. That's something... This is not something I look for. Discovered checks from the opponent. It's because I'm too busy looking at my own tactics that I'm sometimes just completely disregarding the opponent's tactics. Yeah, okay. Well, he didn't see this anyways. I should have taken the rook. Wait, why? I would win material. Oh my god, how did I not see that? Capture the rook, and you win that. You win a rook and it's a rook and a queen for a queen and a knight for a rook and a queen. Wow. Okay. From this point forward, it's just straight blunders. Yeah. I could have just taken the rook. I was so worried about the check, I didn't realize I could just take the rook. And if I took the rook here, that probably would have won me the game, eventually. And then, I do leave a pawn undefended, which he doesn't care. He's just here to play check. He had checkmate? I didn't notice he had checkmate this early. Oh, he did. He did have checkmate this early. Wow. And then, you know... And unfortunately, I missed the take on the pawn, and he... just delivers checkmate. Oh, I could have pinned the rook at the end. Man, I gotta look for these. Yeah. An unfortunate end to this game, but... Hey, there'll be plenty more games in the future. Serves as a good learning opportunity. Some tactics completely missed. I completely missed the discovered check. Completely missed the pin I had on the rook. Completely missed the... basically free material he gave me. The rook. Yeah, pretty rough game. The start was fine. The ending was terrible. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. And have a good one, as always.